Hello everybody, I'm John, and today we have a locomotive from Atlas that we're going to take a look at. So let's head over to the workbench. Alright, so here's what we're looking at today. This is an HO scale General Electric U30C locomotive. This comes from Atlas, and Atlas makes these in two different varieties. They have a silver series, which is DCC ready, and a gold series, which has ESU version 5 LokSound DCC and sound installed at the factory. The DCC ready one goes for $169.95, and the DCC version goes for $279.95. This is the DCC version. The model comes with all the usual stuff you'd expect, including exploded view drawings, a warranty card, and a DCC quick start guide. It also comes with a parts bag for modelers who wish to add some details. The ones I recognized right off the bat are the sunshades and a beacon casting, which was kind of cool. I looked at Atlas's website and found 7 different road names with various road numbers available. Your best bet would be to go to Atlas's website and see if they have the one you're looking for. The paint on the model is exquisite. All the separation lines between the colors are very clean and crisp, and the logo writing on the locomotive is a pad print that looks really good. Something else that's worth mentioning is that the little labels on the side of the engine are also legible, except for the smallest ones. I couldn't make those out. And then the other thing I really like about the paint treatment on this model is that they've done something with all the grills to make them look like they have a lot more depth. It appears to be molded detail, but it also, because of the paint treatment, looks like separately applied grills over molded detail. So they've done a really good job with that. So looking at the cab area, you can see that there are little drilled out holes where the sunshade goes. There's a cab figure in there. I notice that these are separately applied very thin metal wire grabs. It's a separately applied brake wheel. There's more grabs up here on the hood. And the hood is painted a very dark green, which was something Union Pacific did at some point to reduce the glare from the headlights. So they've recreated that faithfully. Also, you can see there's separately applied windshield wiper detail here. The sand filler hatch looks especially nice. Looking down at the plow area, you can see there's an uncoupling lever, a plow, and then the hose detail goes through the plow, just like they would on the real one, and the plow has little grabs on it. The drop step is actually a movable drop step. You can run it in either the up position or the down position. From this angle, you can see more details in the pilot area, including the little grab, of course the hose detail, cut lever, and I'm just going to put the drop step back down here. Taking a look at the fireman's side, something I didn't mention on the other side, but you can see it here too, is that there's extra little details down in here, like these air reservoirs on both sides of the fuel tank. It looks really good. And then of course the detail in the trucks is also pretty good. And something else I noticed, that models didn't used to come with this all the time, but it has the jacking pads too on both sides. I think that's pretty cool. Also on this side, you can see the grills have that paint treatment that makes them look like separately applied parts and gives them the depth. GEs are kind of plain looking, but I think Atlas has done a good job making this look interesting on the side. A brief look at the rear of the model also shows separately applied thin wire grabs up the side here, and there's an uncoupling lever as well as some hose detail, and again a movable drop step. This is the last 3/4 view we're going to look at, but I do want to mention that the headlights and number boards come on together. They use a gold and white LED, which we'll look at in just a minute, but you can see the sand filler hatch back here. It has this little cutout area that looks really good. And down here you can see the extra hose detail from this side. The roof doesn't have a whole lot to look at. You can see there's some molded door detail. There's hinges and a little latch. The exhaust looks like it has some depth to it. And I think if you treat this with some dark weathering powder or some paint, it'll look even better. The grills are molded, but it's done in such a way that it looks like almost like they're separately applied photo etched pieces on top. And then of course you have a 3-chime horn mounted back here. It looks really good. And then over the cab, there's a firecracker antenna. All right, you know this is always my favorite part. Let's run it. This model has a 5-pole skewed armature motor with dual flywheels, and it makes it run real well at slow speeds. All right, so the lights are directional and they come on with the F0 key. You can see the number boards come on with the light. It's a golden white LED in there and it looks pretty good. And here's the rear headlight with number boards. Also looks pretty good. I think this is a very solid release from Atlas. I think the fact that they have it available with the newest ESU decoders installed at the factory with sound is a real bonus. I was especially fond of the treatment on the grills on the side of this model, and I think that it gave the look of the model sort of a more realistic feel. So good job, Atlas. I'll see you next time.